Hey, what's up guys? In today's video, I thought I'd go over all the power armor mods available to us and what each one does, since a lot of people, including myself, don't know the purpose of a majority of them. Since I recently released an updated version of what's the best power armor, I figured now would be the perfect time to look into the mods you could use for them. I'll be linking my sources in the description and top comment if you'd like to do some in-depth reading on the topic yourself from the original author. With that being said, let's get into it. Starting with the helmet mods. Internal database gives you +2 intelligence. Intelligence is an important special stat for crafting and finding high durability items while surviving. The problem is, it's not possible to craft items while being inside a power armor suit. This situation makes internal database as the least favorable helmet mod of all, because there are much more useful choices. Recon Sensors. Sighted aiming marks enemies with a symbol on your compass, a hidden gem. Recon sensors may become especially useful in PvP situations. Any target you aim at is marked with an arrow above their head followed with a compass marker down below. This feature renders stealth boys virtually useless and can definitely add a drastic advantage to its benefactor. Sensor Array gives you +2 perception. Added perception bonus is always a welcome addition. Ability to detect enemies and having a few bonus points to VATS is good. Unfortunately, VATS is not the best solution in power armor because it may drain fusion cores faster than ever. Targeting HUD. Visor highlights living enemies. One of the most popular choices for the helm. Targeting HUD highlights living targets with a hint of red. It's very useful as it helps to visually identify creatures. Sometimes it can get difficult to identify creatures in a nuke zone and dark place. Therefore, targeting HUD comes as a valuable helmet mod. VATS Matrix Overlay. This increases VATS hit chance. This mod increases VAT hit chance by 10%. It's a welcome addition. Use of VATS is problematic inside power armor as it may increase fusion core consumption as previously mentioned. Now onto the arm mods. Hydraulic bracers. These increase unarmed damage. It is not possible to use unarmed weapons like gauntlets and knuckles inside of power armor, and some of the arm mods try to make up for it by increasing the damage. Optimized bracers. These reduce action point costs for power attacks. Optimized bracers are the most useful arm mod in the game as they help a lot to melee builds by reducing action point costs for power attacks. This means more damage and a shorter AP refresh intervals. Rusty knuckles. Unarmed attacks cause bleeding damage. These add bleeding damage to your unarmed attacks. Still, bare power armor fists are not very viable and there are better melee alternatives. Tesla bracers. These add energy damage to unarmed attacks. Added energy damage is not very significant, but it may become somewhat fun to have sparks coming from your bare metal fists. Next are the torso mods. Blood Cleanser. Reduces chance for addiction from drugs. This one is for junkies who continuously consume chems, Psycho, Buff Out Fury, etc. to buff their damage and stats. Supposedly it helps decrease chances of addiction, unless you are a chem maniac who actively crafts and consumes many chems as they wander. I don't think this one offers any benefits at all. Core Assembly. Increases action point refresh speed. Who would say no to increased AP refresh while inside power armor? Core Assembly does just this, and noticeably decreases time it takes to replenish AP. It works great with perks like Dodgy to negate incoming damage. Combined with some AP enhancing leg mods, Core Assembly is a solid choice. Emergency protocols. Below 20% health, speed increases 25% and incoming damage is reduced 50%. Friends of bloodied/unyielding builds, Emergency Protocol is a popular mod. If you like playing low on health, this one's for you. When your health goes below 20%, Emergency Protocols negates half of the incoming damage. This is huge, and it's possible to notice the added toughness it brings. There's also some speed increase, which is surely a welcome addition, but having to withstand more damage while dealing a large amount of damage with bloody weapons is huge. JetPack grants the ability of vertical flight at the cost of AP. I'm pretty sure we are all aware of what this does. Kinetic Dynamo. Taking damage restores action points. Action points can be very valuable for power attackers and dodgy users. Thus, Kinetic Dynamo comes as a valuable solution for those who'd like to restore their AP inside power armor. While each hit you take, your AP refreshes a little, just like how Vampire legendary effects refreshes health when triggered. Medic Pump. Auto injects a stim pack when health goes below 50%. Medic Pump works like that perk card, which enables you to use a stim pack automatically while low on health. This is similar to an auto stim legendary effect for armor. Again, there is a perk card for it which renders Medic Pump somewhat unnecessary. Motion Assist Servos. This adds +2 strength. One of the cheapest and commonly available mods, Motion Assist Servos adds precious strength points to your build. It is a welcome addition that not only increases your carry weight, but also your melee damage. There are many other great alternatives to this one, but it's the perfect choice for Excavator to maximize carry weight potential. Reactive Plates reflects 50% of damage back to the attacker. One of the popular torso mod choices. Reactive Plates reflects half of the incoming damage to the attacker. However, you still get full incoming damage. There is a confusion regarding whether this mod reflects melee damage only, but it works for all the damage. It's a very useful mod for tagging enemies while in PvP. Stealth Boy activates a stealth field while crouched. Stealth Boy works as described. When you crouch, you gain a stealth field, but it consumes your action points while you are crouched. The consumption is somewhat minor, but the added stealth benefit is huge. Great for PvP. Stealth Boys work like the Chameleon legendary effect for armors. Tesla Coils deals constant energy damage in a small area. Who would say no to consistently damaging nearby enemies? Tesla Coils is great for tagging nasty creatures. Perfect for nuke zones. With Tesla Coils, you just have to run around enemies to be able to obtain XP and loot until they die. It's a must for leveling up fast. Welded Rebar. Enemies take damage from successful melee attacks. This is a confusing one because until today there wasn't a clear explanation of what exactly welded rebar does. The definition is confusing and somewhat unclear. According to tests, it works just like the reactive plates but for melee damages. Unlike reactive plates, however, if the welded rebar reflects back full melee damage, you get 0 damage from it, which is definitely a great feature. Last but not least, the Power Armor Leg Mods. Calibrated Shocks, plus 50 carry weight. The most popular mod piece in the game by far, Calibrated Shocks can add up to a total of 100 pounds of precious carry weight to your choice of power armor. It's one of the most useful mod pieces in this game that requires little to no introduction. Explosive Vent increases damage radius from impact landing. A seemingly great idea that unfortunately doesn't work. Yes, having an explosive vent does not make any difference to impact landing or anything as of now. Explosive Vent is bugged/glitched since the beginning of this game that literally does nothing. Kinetic Servos increases action point refresh speed while moving. In Fallout 76, action point refresh differs according to whether you are standing still or moving. Kinetic Servos increases AP refresh speed while moving to standing still standards. Optimized Servos reduces action point costs for sprinting. One of the least known wonders, Optimized Servos drastically reduces AP costs for sprinting. It works like the Marathoner perk but for power armors. You'll be surprised to see how long you can sprint with Optimized Servos on. Overdrive Servos increases sprint speed at additional action point cost. Overdrive Servos does increase your sprint speed, but it drastically increases AP consumption as well. Many don't use this because there are already mutations for increasing speed, and action points are too valuable to have drained that quickly. And there you have it. Those are all the power armor mods and their abilities. Hopefully this helped you figure out what mods would work best for your power armor and or playstyle. Now you'll have some idea of what does what when looking through vendors searching for new mods to buy, learn, and test out. If you found this video to be informative or helpful in any way, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you aren't already for more Fallout 76 content like this in the near future. And until next time guys, peace.